So here is how we are helping our clients replace or repurpose all of their SDRs that are doing cold email manually and so on. I was on a call earlier this week with a prospect. Actually, they're signing today, so they're now going to become a client. But this is a client that has 40 SDRs. And it was a pretty simple question when I was on with their CEO, their CRO, and the VP of sales. And all I said, right, is I brought them into this clay table and I said, how long would it take your team to do this? Right. And actually, it was technically a slightly different table, but basically doing the same thing, bigger numbers. But all we did here is we pulled in Apollo scrape. We're doing normal stuff here, like we're normalizing job titles. So like, you know, instead of being like, hey, Joe, you're the graphic designer, comma, merchandise wrangler, comma, office manager, it's like, nah, just simplify their title, you know? But from here, we're doing some simple stuff like evaluating if they're a B2B or a B2C company. Doing some waterfall enrichment, finding as many emails as we possibly can. But here's the cool part, is this AI, what I said is, hey, I want you to visit the target company's website and tell me, do they have free shipping? Yes or no? If they do have free shipping, they're going to go over to the shipping campaign. The second thing we're going to look for is, do they have a shipping policy? And if so, does the shipping policy mention UPS or FedEx? Next, if we can't find any of those, then we're going to say, do you have any operations people or freight people, claims people in the company, so on. And then finally, we're saying, hey, research the top 3 competitors to this particular company, because we're adding a line in each email at the end that's like, and these are tactics that your competitors like Gold Drop, Dabwoods, and Chemistry are not using right now. And then it basically waterfalls through those different campaigns, and then we're testing different angles. We're trying to see which relevant angle can make the most sense for this particular client, and so we're doing a bunch of testing. So when we went to another campaign, basically doing the exact same thing, after we found out the free shipping just didn't really resonate with this audience, right? Then we pulled a much larger list of a slightly different segment of people, and now we're testing slightly different messaging, different call to actions, things like that. Now we're keeping who's their shipping provider, we're keeping how many ops people, and now we're adding in a line that's a little bit more nuanced with company industry, where we're visiting the company's website and saying, hey, what industry is this company in? Try not to be generic with it. And so it makes it stand out a little bit more. At least that's our idea. But here's the main question. I'm on this call with this 40-person sales team, and I go, how long would it take your 40-person sales team to research 40,000 leads on if they have free shipping, or if they use FedEx or UPS in their shipping policy, or how many operations people they have, and how many competitors, who their top 3 competitors are? And this company came back and said, gosh, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, cool. I did this in 30 minutes this morning, right before our call. And their faces, I wish you could see it. They were just like, no way, man. Which is true. It's so funny because I work in this stuff every day. I have so many clients that are like, dude, you need to like just talk about what you're doing because it's really cool. And to me, this is like super simple stuff. But to them, it was so profound that it was like, wait a second. So we have 40 SDRs, 40 salaries, right, that are coming in. And let's say they're each just making $5K a month. We have $200,000 in payroll every single month, or, you know, $2.4 million a year that we're doing for this particular channel. And you were able to do what they do in 2 months in 30 minutes. It was like, yeah, right? And what's wild about this, right, is that any company, in my opinion, can install this type of person. And so it's really cool. Now, what we're doing with a lot of clients is, where our prices are kind of starting around $10K a month, like minimum retainers. But what's wild is that, like, it's such a simple price when you compare it to this price tag instead, right? And what's also cool, too, is that we aren't necessarily getting rid of people's jobs or anything like that. Like this company, they're going to repurpose those STRs to be able to call all the leads that we're going to be able to bring in, because we're going to be able to increase TAM, increase relevancy per email, experiment with different sales triggers. There's so many things that come into play by doing this stuff properly. And so I just thought this would be really cool to talk about and kind of show you, because maybe you don't know that this kind of stuff is possible, and maybe you're still thinking that armies of SDRs writing manual emails every single day is the way to go. And in my opinion, it just isn't.